Alrighty. Yeah, I'm really proud of the team. I had a couple of team meetings after the last game that we played and against Little Rock, and then the team had a team meeting, and we really just had to, get to the point to where we earned everything: playing time, being out on the court, no more wasted minutes. We were really concerned about our defensive end, the amount of bad shots we took, and to come in today after having those meetings and hold the team to 41 points. I'm very excited about that. This is the way I thought that we should have played from day one, and the team is starting to come around. And I think, like I said, we're headed in the right direction, and I'm very proud of this win.
Penny, do you remember the last time you were part of a game where a team shot 16%?
No, not for a full game. I mean, we were close in the Tennessee game in the first half, but but no, I haven't for seeing the team shoot 16%. They got the looks. I mean, I'd have to say that we had a lot to do with that, but they got the looks, and we kept pushing them further out, and they kept shooting the threes, and today just wasn't their day on making shots.
Penny, Justice Bolden, AM 730. I asked the players this, and I'll also ask you. You outscored TSU's bench 48-28. You got 25, 15, and 4 from Davenport and Maurice. Is your bench playing well? A trend that you guys are looking forward to see continue?
Absolutely. I mean, when Kevin Davenport went to the bench, that definitely beefed up our bench a lot from scoring because he's had some monster games off the bench, some 30-point games in like 25 minutes. And then Isaiah Maurice he's kind of rounding into shape on a guy that can come off the bench and score. So with those two guys coming off, man, that's a big advantage for us because they're really starters that are coming off the bench and playing against that second-tier group from the other team and doing really well. So that's something that we want to continue.
Coach, how much do you take away from this as far as defensive improvement in relation to just this team being disjointed with Tennessee State that you're playing today defensively?
Well, I think that, I watch everything closely, and I try to, be as very honest with myself as I can. We played the zone really well. Man-to-man, we were still getting beat off the dribble too much. We got to kind of calm that down a little bit. But overall, I think it was a lot that we had to do with it. Playing hard, forcing them into shots that we wanted them to take, rebounding the ball well. I mean, we out-rebounded them by 19. I mean, that's because they shot a lot of jumpers, and we've been working on boxing out and getting those rebounds. But I'm proud of my team, for how we played today defensively. This is our best defensive game, not because of the score, because of what I saw.
Coach, even in such a dominating win, the turnover bug still showed its head. So what do y'all have to do to address that?
Man, that's the only negative of the day. Was 26 turnovers and 22 assists. I mean, they're not pressing us, and we're still turning the ball over. And it's a problem because it's happening every game. That's something that I'm not proud of, playing, being a former point guard and, understanding that possession is so key that we have got to get the guards to understand that we have to protect the ball and be better on that in that department.
Those meetings, Coach, that you had after Little Rock, were they mostly about defense? Were they meetings that you wanted the team to have? Did they have them on their own? What were the tone of those?
Well, mine was about everybody being held accountable for their actions out on the court. No more wasted minutes. Watching film a lot, there were a lot of players out there that were kind of loafing a little bit too much from where we really want to go. We have a goal where we want to be, and it was up to me to to kind of set the tone on, okay, everybody, there are no more excuses. You have to earn everything. There's nobody going to be out on the floor just playing what I call wasted minutes, not rebounding, not getting back on D, not cracking back on the defensive end when the big man goes to block a shot. And all of those things that go into play to make you a well-rounded team and a great team, we held everybody accountable for that. And I encouraged the team to have a team meeting to kind of air out the things that they needed to air out. And, man, this is the result of it. So I'm very excited about that.
Penny, what would be kind of your overall evaluation now 12 games in? How close is this team to what you envisioned, where you would be at this point?
Before today, I envisioned the team being further along now. I just felt I had the confidence that I was going to have the team rolling more like this earlier. But it was a little more difficult than I expected. But it's getting there. I'm confident just from watching film and getting the players in the mindset that where they are right now. that this is where we're going to be more so than giving up 80 points a game. You know.
Take many threes today. Was that very intentional on your part?
I think that was intentional on their part. I think that the team came out today with the right mindset, and they just weren't trying to just get shots up. They were really trying to take quality shots from behind the line and then get to the basket. So, and then we had 45 free throws, and so that was big for us. That's the way that we want to play on the offensive end, and that was a conscious effort, from the boys to just let's not take any, a ton of threes, because usually at halftime we're like 5 for 20 already. We're taking it's amazing how many threes that we've shot thus far early in the season, but when we were 4 for 7 at halftime, I was like, okay, then we're in the right mindset because we're getting to the foul line and we're getting in the paint.
Penny, the loudest cheer of the day was when Evan hit that three in the corner, and I saw Sam jump up and hug you. Well, how would you describe that moment?
Well, Evan, I'm really good friends with his father, and Evan, I've been knowing Evan for a while, and a kid who pays to go to the school, to be and is on the basketball team, and doesn't have a promise, or no one is promising him that he's ever going to get in the game. He works as hard as anybody in practice. He understands our system and what we want to do, so he's ready to play whenever he's called upon. And when you see that, that's rewarding to the coaches that you get an opportunity to see Evan get in the game and then score some points. So we're all rooting for Evan. Everybody loves Evan because he works as hard as anybody, and he's never going to be promised to ever get in the game.
Penny, Antoine Jones had 6 assists tonight, and I think he's averaging right around that in his 2 starts. Can you talk about his passing, which seems to be infectious on the team, and how that's impacting him being in the starting lineup?
Yeah, Antoine is, we've been waiting on him, and it's just some bumps and bruises along the way as being a freshman before now. But since he's been in the lineup and playing the minutes that he deserves, his passing is amazing. He reminds me of myself because he sees the play before it happens, and that's a God gift, and he's gifted in that area. And it is contagious when people see him or the players see him doing that. Other guys want to do it as well because he's so excited about getting someone an assist or getting someone an open pass, and it's definitely what we need on this team because we need that unselfish play from everyone.
Penny, Kareem obviously had freshman guards come in ahead of him and start and so on. But what's your feeling on how he's adapted and how he's playing? Seems like you have quite a bit of trust in him when the game's on the line.
Yeah, early on, Kareem, he struggled with it, just like any senior would with freshmen coming in because he felt like he was going to get an opportunity to play more minutes. He was going to start, and then we started Alex and Tyler, and I think it was kind of in his head early on. But since then, he and I have talked almost on a daily basis. We talk a lot during practice. I trust him. I told him that we were going to need him, and he got his head clear and started playing basketball the way that he knows how to play, and we're definitely going to need him, his leadership.